Daylight. Mobbing on Earth, boy. Showtime. Hey.
D-Mark got that heat.
Curtain call, let the show begin. I know it's hurting y'all the way I'm going in. I need a murder dog covered for the times I was killing shit and y'all ain't know it then. Working hard, long hours in the trap, in my bag like some dope again. It's that blue magic, no Nicky Barnes cut. Niggas know who I'm doper than. Everybody, old nigga, new nigga, only see a challenge in a few niggas. Lot of y'all can wipe the smile off your face on the mob. It ain't none of you niggas. I just put the switch on the new blicker. Rapid fire spitting, it's a boost nigga. 2 Street for a lot of you niggas. Hard knocks life, volume 2 jigger. Back on my shit again. Endurance, I tire him out like it's Mitchell, and I'm about to put on that shit again. I was trying to be humble, but fuck it, I'm still a man. Don't rap like a kilogram. They finna spin this up top like a ceiling fan. I'm about to pop like a trigger man. From that hustling stock, so I'm all about my dividends. It's showtime. I was trying to get rich in like no time. Underdog with a slow grind. Had to run the shit up to a gold mine. Niggas hated like the whole time. Now they kept the wave like a coastline. Yeah, these bitches fronted like the whole time. Now they front row when it's showtime. Sharing for a nigga, pulling on a nigga. I should pull a Kevin, kick her in the titty. Nah, I'm being petty, baby, I'm just kidding. Going with your move, I ain't even tripping. I had groupie back when I was in the kitchen. Had 3 county, catching what I'm pitching. Montana way, started with the dishes. Out of town played, not the clock trip. Real G's round me, we don't do the fiction. Niggas rub me wrong, it gon' be some friction. It gon' be a spark, I'ma stand on business. Ain't no favorite op, I can stand them niggas. They gon' lay in dirt, candlelight visuals, face on the shirt. Now you get the picture, Psalm 23. Now you get the scripture, homies, they gon' fly. They done got religion. I be outside, functioning with killers. Police outside, hunting for the dealer. Bitches mouth wide, hungry for a nigga. I ain't even dropped no money on the ticker. True player, I be turned with the ism. Bad bitches know the vibe I be giving. Fuck the haters and the lies they been telling. They'll make the news at noon 10 and 11. Showtime, it's showtime. I was trying to get rich in like no time. Underdog with a slow grind. Had to run the shit up to a gold mine. Niggas hated like the whole time. Now they kept the wave like a coastline. Yeah, these bitches fronted like the whole time. Now they front row when it's showtime. Sharing for a nigga, showtime. I was trying to get rich in like no time. Underdog with a slow grind. Had to run the shit up to a gold mine. Niggas hated like the whole time. Now they kept the wave like a coastline. Yeah, these bitches fronted like the whole time. Now they front row when it's showtime. Sharing for a nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Hold on. Hold on a second. I gotta say some shit out. Oh, yeah.
Nigga, the ruler's back.
Yeah, boy. Hold on. I'm trying to fuck some shit up. Trying to get this shit right on Instagram. Shit's tripping.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought about that shit before I went to sleep.
What?
If I had to, if I had to pick a day, if I could get one of them Jay-Z tickets, I would go to the Blueprint Day, just specifically so I could see her perform
Yeah.
the ruler.
Hold on a
The
second.
ruler's back.
Hold on. Fuck. Anyway. Shit. Let me see something. Shit. Uh, Hold on, y'all. Shit. I don't know why this shit is not going. But, super difficulties, man. Fucking me. All right. Hey man, say man, it's your boy DAA, man. Daylight TV. Back at y'all with another Mafia Material MOBCAST. Episode number 78. Got my bro host World Pest in here. Well, what's the word, nigga?
Ain't shit. Ain't living like Ray J. I know that.
Yeah, we gonna yeah, we definitely gonna get into we're gonna definitely get into Damon. Damn man, I got all kind of shit going on right now. I can't find my fucking block. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Hit that like and subscribe button, smash that notification bell if you're really mobbing with the content. Yeah, we definitely gonna get into baby Damon, you know what I'm saying, like in a minute. But we gotta talk about some real shit I wanna address. Niggas been going crazy in the comments lately, you know, about these Mafia Material joints. And you know, I just want to be clear, yeah. So first off, man, I want to thank everybody, you know, for the love in the comments on IG, you know what I mean, particularly with the E-Money Bags clip, you know, it really kicked off with the Ali Zoe shit, you know, and that nigga went quiet after I came with them receipts, but we'll get into that another time too. The clip that I posted about the Godfather 3 shooting at the Sunrise Cinema had been, you know, moving crazy on the reels and all that. You know what I mean? I think we're on like 30,000, like or close to 40,000 or some shit like that. And they sparked the debate in the comments and shit. And today, I want to pull the curtain back and address some of the theories and, you know, the corrections and how I actually put these profiles together. And I think y'all be under the impression that I just be coming up with these theories in my own head and make them happen for y'all. I'd rather just write a record if I was gonna make something up that expensive. I could have wrote a fucking movie, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, a lot of people are in the comments acting like, you know, I'm some nigga in the basement just spinning theories out of thin air. But let's get one thing clear, man. Like, whether y'all want to embrace it or not, I'm a journalist, nigga. Yeah, I'm a street journalist, nigga. I'm the Peter Jennings of this shit.
Like Jennings.
So, you know, when I put a profile together, I'm looking at news archives, court documents, and first-hand accounts by people who were either involved, close to the people involved, that you know, around the shit, right? In the case of E-Money Bags, I with the Supreme shit, like, you know, because the documentary mainly focuses on like the beef with Preem. You know what I mean? So I was able to lean heavily on the court documents because the actual shooters on that case, at least some of them, told. So I mean, if the nigga that actually did the shit, planned the shit, and did the whole thing or whatever, I mean, you don't get no more firsthand than that. If y'all want to argue about the truth or whatever and shit, well, the truth was enough to get them niggas 20 something to life. So, you know, whatever. Now, I also, as far as first-hand accounts, like I also lean heavily on when it came down to this incident about the movie theater shooting. I took a count from Prodigy of Mobb Deep, rest in peace to P. You know, P wasn't just, you know, no like stand around and shit like that. Like him and E Moneybag was super close. You know, he's in the studio, rolled around with him sometimes, you know what I'm saying, in the streets and all that. Now in his memoir, my uh my infamous life, he explicitly named the parties involved. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and he said that E told him that he was one of the shooters. So that's where that comes from. So like, it be killing me when y'all act like I'm the one thing, because it's like, damn. So y'all just be on YouTube. So y'all wasn't listening to the shit when it was actually dropping. Y'all wasn't reading the books when it was actually dropping, hearing the music. Y'all just YouTube niggas. That's cool. You know what I mean? Y'all just got to make sure y'all watching the right shit. You know what I mean? And you got to understand that just because I report a narrative from a primary source doesn't mean that I'm choosing a side or that like I 100% agree with it. It just means that I'm giving you the history as it was told by the people who lived it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the correction. Uh let's talk about the stash house robbery. In the original profile, I had mentioned that a robbery was the catalyst for the 1990 shooting and shit. And after further digging, and because of all the feedback I was seeing, I found some shit and I want to set the record straight. I got the timeline wrong on the specific detail and shit. That infamous robbery, the one that sparked the war, didn't spark the shooting and shit. It actually sparked the war between the Lost Boys and the Hellraisers. You know what I'm saying? That shit actually took place in the late 90s. And it's directly tied to the tragic death of Freaky Ty in 1999. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of, it was a cycle of retaliation, mistaken identity, that cost Ty's life. And it's important to separate, the 1990 Sunrise Cinema shooting from the 1999 Hellraiser beef. And, I appreciate the real ones in the comments who, pointed that out, because accuracy is everything to me, nigga. It's the bozo shit, really, that be, like, tripping me out. Like, you niggas be getting in there and start talking all this crazy shit, you know what I mean? But I don't got no problem with a nigga who got some real information or some real source of information coming in and sharing their thought. That's why at the end of every video I do, I tell you niggas, let me know your thoughts in the comments. You feel me? Shit. Hold on a second. Man. What you call it? So, yeah, like that's why I be trying to tell y'all niggas, man. Like just just tap in with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not against shit. I ain't too good to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing, some people are saying that the Young Guns and the Lost Boys were cool. And that kind of threw me through a loop because like in the late 80s and 90s, I know for a fact that, you know, Jamaica Queens have been described as a war zone. Even this nigga Tony Yago don't stand up in here and shit, you know, and said this shit, right? There was definitely a massive geographical and economic rivalry between the North and the South that has been documented. You know what I'm saying? Niggas always talked about. I mean, shit, even within the South Side, I mean, like, you know, the Southeast, shit, you know, there was friction between, like, niggas from South Side didn't like niggas from Hollis, niggas from Hollis didn't like, you know, niggas from South Side. Like, it was like little rivalries, little crews and shit. It was probably niggas who was cool, but, you know, you had a clear divide at Jamaica Avenue. You know what I'm saying? The affiliations, like the Lost Boys, was South Side to the core. Mr. Cheeks famously got his name from Black Just, rest in peace, a high-ranking member of the Supreme Team. You know, he was around Rick Porter and all that, too, you know, out in Harlem and shit. They say he brought Rich, Prince said he brought Rich up to Harlem when Darnell got snatched. You know, now the conflict to me is, even if they might have been cool in the beginning, I don't know how the hell they stayed cool, because Moneybags and the Young Guns were famously at war with the Supreme Team. So in my mind, between Prodigy saying what he said in the book about E telling him that he was one of the shooters at the movie theater shit, and, you know, you got Crew A from the South Side, mentored by, you know, a member of the Supreme Team. You got Crew B from the North Side actively shooting at, you know, or getting at niggas on the Supreme Team. So the idea that they were just hanging out doesn't really fit the reality of what I know about the era and shit. And again, I could be wrong, but like in this case or whatever and shit, that 2 + 2 that y'all trying to put together don't make 4. You know? Now they might have shared, you know, respect in the rap game later on, you know what I'm saying? But the street politics of the 90s, that shit was built on territory and loyalty, nigga. So at the end of the day, mafia material, you know, shit, like I tell y'all, mafia is not a thing, it's a process. You know, trust the process, man. History is messy. Narratives often conflict. And depending on, you know, depending on who's telling the story, you know, my job, or at least my mission and shit, is to bring all of these accounts to you. And if you have a different first-hand account, drop it in the comments. Let's build the archive together, nigga. Like, I ain't just, you know, that's why I be saying we. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this shit don't work without the community and shit. You know, shout out to everybody in the chat on IG. We live on IG, YouTube, and Facebook right now. But yeah, like, don't confuse my reporting for rumors, man. You know, I know it's a lot of niggas who just like feed off of giving y'all bullshit information and shit, but honestly, my productivity would be far more turned up if I was just out here to feed y'all bullshit. Wallahi, I ain't lying. You know? So just know that, man. I had to talk to these niggas, man. These niggas think I'm lying to them for my health, nigga.
Niggas is crazy. A lot of people just can't live with the facts.
Yeah, like the crazy shit about the Moneybags shit is this some nigga I want to say it's Herodes 13. I don't know if you know, what
You
you
might
think
be
you are,
down.
but bro, this nigga has been in the comments for the last 5 days, 4 or 5 days, big mad about this 50 Cent shit. 50 got violated and he ain't do nothing. Black
Oh,
child violated 50. He
he one of
said
them murder eight
Cream
niggas.
violated 50. Yeah. One of them popping ecstasy or whatever. Why it's a whole bunch of freaky shit going on in their ass niggas. Yeah, that nigga.
Running out of hotel rooms with Diddy and shit with towels
Yeah.
on.
So yeah, writing all your songs on ecstasy and shit. You writing all your comments on ecstasy, nigga. But nah, it's crazy because he's sitting here talking about, he said, yo, he said, Preem had 50 in the hospital crying. I said, when he got shot, nigga? I'm like, boy, I've never been shot, but I'm pretty sure if I go to the hospital with a fucking bullet in my face, I'm gonna cry like a bitch. Like, if I'm even awake, you understand? But I'm for sure gonna cry about this shit. Like, niggas is too tough for me. Oh, so you gonna get shot a bunch of times and you ain't gonna holler, scream, say nothing. Got you. Got you. That beat. Then homie say black child violated 50 times. I'm thinking he talking about this new shit with like they trying to say black child was the one that, squeezed off on that boy. Right? This nigga talking about the Hit Factory shit. The scratch with the butter knife.
Nigga came in
Now,
with a came there to call parquet. That's what he came there to do.
what's crazy to me about this shit is on the Beef DVD, the first one, when Black Child talks about that incident, he said they ran up in there trying to do some shit. And when they got up in there, they heard niggas from G Unit yelling like, get the strap, get the pistols and shit. Nigga say he cut the light off because he got spooked. He said he knew if one of them niggas got to the hammer, it was going to be over for him. He started swinging the butter knife for dear life, trying to keep them niggas occupied so that they couldn't grab the hammer. So, niggas showed up unprepared and got lucky.
Yeah.
Also, I think what niggas fail to realize, or what this nigga at least failed to realize, is this. All the shit that happened to 50 and all of them was retaliatory. Like, that was the response of them niggas doing shit. You think? Because if you watch the documentary, nigga, and you want to say that, then you know that 50, Bad, Troy, Green Eye Born, Homo was all on the same side in that shit against Prince. So when Gutter, Ja Rule's manager, got his ass pistol whipped, the unit. When Irv Gotti got his ass smacked the fuck up in that studio, the unit.
When niggas is failing to realize, nigga, they act like they didn't do nothing to Supreme. Nigga, Supreme, this whole shit basically started over Preem owing nigga money for some car or some shit. And
Yeah, so
the nigga
that
got at
was,
Preem look, nigga got at Preem directly. So
yeah, in front of the Coliseum in broad fucking daylight. And then this is the whole thing I'm saying. In doing that, he accidentally killed Black Dust, who is the person who gave Mr. Cheeks his name, was like a mentor to the nigga, right? So now watch this shit. How do you figure that them niggas is just super click tight or whatever when technically there's been a beef between the team? Now, like I said, if they was cool before, but to say that they've always been fam, I'm pretty sure that shit got a little murky, my nigga, especially after 95. And what's crazy is the shit that kind of, like, with Troy and Bag being close and shit, but the shit that kind of fucked that up was the whole park shoot. But I got some shit coming for y'all on Troy Singleton, though, for sure. Rest in peace, Big Nose Troy.
The whole park shooting where Bimmy decided to eat the cheese.
Yeah, and then with the Jimmy Henchman shit, it's like, man, there's shout out Crown TV Courts and shit like that. They got the whole video on the Jimmy Henchman trial. And you'll hear all of the niggas testifying about all the back and forth shit that G Unit with niggas was doing to them and that they were doing back. So this shit was definitely a game of tennis, nigga. The niggas who be talking like that just make me think like, yo, you know, if you ain't been in the streets, cool. You understand? But like, and then if you have, then shit, nigga, you definitely wasn't warring with niggas. You probably just out here breaking in the fucking houses, stealing flat screens so you can get high or some shit. Goofy ass boy. Cause you damn sure ain't on shit to be in there. Nigga, they can't even hold a nigga without charges in the county jail for as long as you've been in the damn comments or whatever and shit, just stinking mad about 50 Cent. But then I'm the fucking, like, you know, you don't even get paid to do this shit, nigga. This shit is wild, boy. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to tell y'all. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'ma actually give y'all the spill on the Freaky Tie situation. You know what I'm saying? And let y'all know what that shit was really about in that whole robbery. But that's our play on, you know, what really happened at the Sunrise Cinema. Was it the Young Guns or the Lost Boys? Actually, well, you know what? You might be able to do some research on it because they saying that that night, whoever that was involved in that shooting shit, they saying it was some East New York niggas. Now, I don't know, bro. This shit kind of crazy. Like, I would just think, like, damn, why would the East New York niggas go all the way the fuck out to the Sunrise Cinema in Long Island to whatever? I don't know.
You know that ain't really that far. Like
Yeah,
Queens
I
is
just
right
thought
there.
about it. Yeah, because I just thought about that shit. You take
Like
Rockaway, like, yeah, because we were
shit,
just
you
talking
ain't
about
even
that shit earlier. Like, once you take that, especially if
shit,
you
you
come
ain't
with like the junction and shit.
you ain't
I'm
even
like,
really
right
got
there.
to do that. Like, nigga, if you on the borderline, once you cross the conduit and get on Liberty City Line, you in Queens.
Yeah,
And once you take City Line straight down, that's straight to Jamaica Avenue.
yeah, yeah. That's a fact. Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. But yeah, but yeah, man, that's what's going on with that. Like I said, we're gonna it's our spill on the Sunrise Cinema joint. You know, Young Guns versus LB. My perspective. Y'all can jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. The Mafia Material MOBCAST, man, episode 78. You know, yeah, check on okay. We're gonna run this shit and we'll be right back after this.
On this edition of The Adventures of Black Jesus featuring World Pest. World Pest and Black Jesus make the trap say amen.
You see that? Just a little heat and faith and the soda starts to change its ways. Keep it moving, keep it gentle. Transformation takes patience, but it'll rise up when it's ready. Pick your...
While the work dries, Black Jesus offers some good game to some Mary Magdalens.
You know, water in the wine is cool, but conversation interconnection, that's the real miracle.
Preach.
And if y'all ever need a little more light in your day, just remember, you're already radiant.
Okay, Prophet with the smooth line.
Meanwhile, World Pest is riding around making collections, hitting bitches with 5-pound dumbbells.
He hit my mother with a 5-pound dumbbell. I heard it. I heard the sound before I even made it up the stairs. She's in there fighting for her life right now, and all I can think about is that look in her eyes when she saw him coming.
All went well, and the trap was full of joy until a punk motherfucker tried to run off with the bag.
Yo, you can't outrun the Lord, man.
Watch me.
That baking soda ain't free, brother.
I just needed it for cookies.
And I just needed you to pay.
Fine, here.
Keep it, but next time ask. Miracles don't cover shit.
And what happened next? The bitch-ass motherfucker starts snitching.
I might bring the $3 tomorrow. Next thing I know, that guy with the head wrap and some dude looked like Black Jesus came at me. He slammed a 5-pound weight into my shoulder.
Black Jesus?
Yeah, long hair, robe, sandals, real Messiah vibe. He helped.
But Black Jesus refuses to go out like White Jesus. You gotta catch him first.
Stop! Police! Hands where I can see them!
Gotta catch me first.
He's clearing the fence!
Black Jesus spits good game at the police with great vengeance and furious anger.
Oh! Hey, sir, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down, man. Y'all pulled me over because you saw a robe, huh? You think a brother can't be holy in his own damn neighborhood? Step back my I've been walking water since before your grandmama was born. I'm out here blessed.
And in true miracle worker fashion, Black Jesus and World Pest make it home to trap and count up another day.
Blessings keep flowing, brother. Keep it steady. Amen. You gonna hit this? Let the herbs rise. That's righteous. We're at 40 even now. Stack it high. We'll share what's left with the people. After the bills, yeah. Appreciate you, man. Always.
Blessings keep piling up. 100 after 100. The streets still the same, but the shine different. Grace in my pocket, gold on my soul. Brooklyn, we counting miracles.
Out here at the meet, sun's perfect. Got the 63 sitting clean. Watch this. Little switch tap, let her dance. Ooh, that's smooth. Crazy, man. Appreciate it. She been good to me. Cruising and a blocker.
Go to playing with that money, shit get dangerous. Street put him on till he was fucking with some gangsters. With his brains on the pavement, still don't know what he was thinking. Playing with a boss and he ain't even had no ranking. Yeah, when he get it playing with that money, shit get dangerous. Street put him on till he was fucking with some gangsters. With his brains on the pavement, still don't know what he was thinking. Playing with a boss and he ain't even had no ranking. He a grunt, why he even try? He was out of league in the trunk. Turn him into music, let the speakers bleed. Ain't no front, not these other rappers, I'm a different breed. I'm the one that the street been missing, I got what they need. Why they playing on, we don't. City know what we on. Trapping through the virus, never got a PPP loan. Y'all a bunch of R. Kelly bitches, bunch of peons. Put vagina niggas on the shirt, that ain't no V-long. He was talking crazy to them killers acting cute. Playing with that chicken, then the rooster came to roost. I done seen and done it all before I spit it in the booth. If you a op, don't ever worry about a spittle, get a suit. When you go to playing with that money, shit get dangerous. Street put him on till he was fucking with some gangsters. With his brains on the pavement, still don't know what he was thinking. Playing with a boss and he ain't even had no ranking. Yeah, when you get it playing with that money, shit get dangerous. Street put him on till he was fucking with some gangsters. With his brains on the pavement, still don't know what he was thinking. Playing with a boss and he ain't even had no ranking. If your dog is all needed, you can slam dance on that shit. When it come down to that business, you can't stand next to my clique. Vince Carter, Coke and water, NBA jams in my tits. You ain't never been a hustler, you just panhandling drip. Boy, the fans really falling for the captains, leave me baffled. Giving stripes to all their favorite rappers, knowing that they ratted. Got the tail in the mic and Mary Jean, you finna tattle me. I'm solid even when they snake me, I ain't never rattled. Yeah, I'm sticking to the code, I ain't never had no pick. Most these niggas really hoes out here telling on they kids. I ain't worried about no get back, you ain't never standing no business. Catch me standing over your nigga from the back, look like I'm pissed. When you go to playing with that money, shit get dangerous. Street put him on till he was fucking with some gangsters. With his brains on the pavement, still don't know what he was thinking. Playing with a boss and he ain't even had no ranking. Yeah, when you get it playing with that money, shit get dangerous. Street put him on till he was fucking with some gangsters. With his brains on the pavement, still don't know what he was thinking. Playing with a boss and he ain't even had no ranking. Yeah, we back. Mafia Material MOBCAST episode 78. It's your boy Daylight, my bro host World Pest. If you ain't here, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that notification bell if you really mobbing with the content.
And yes, man, we gotta. So we just talked about the young gun thing. I just addressed all the debates in the comments. And like I said in the documentary, I don't give my personal opinion, but here, open shit show. I'm gonna talk that shit. But now we gotta get into the war between the Lost Boys and the Hellraisers and the death of Freaky Ty. Rest in peace, Southside. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Some real street hip hop history. And this one right here is based primarily on news reports and few court documents or the legal follow-up, I was able to find. So argue with the New York Post and the Daily News and all that shit if you don't like how this shit play out, nigga. But it is. So before we dive into today's spill, I need to address something. Part of being a historian, a journalist in this space is having some integrity to correct the record when new information comes to light. Right? So in my recent well, not so recent, because that shit's over a year old. But in my profile on eMoneybags, I mentioned a stash house robbery involving the Lost Boys as a potential catalyst for the 1990s Sunrise Cinema shooting. After further research and, digging into some news archives and all that, a couple records, I discovered that the robbery actually took place nearly a decade later. It wasn't the start of the 1990 beef. It was the spark that ignited a tragic war between the LB fam and a crew known as the Hellraisers. So today we're going to set the record straight and breaking down one of the most, might say, senseless cycles of mistaken identity, maybe in Queens history, for the whole city for that matter. Who knows? Y'all can let us know that. So we're going to get into the spark, man. The robbery, 1998. So the violence didn't start with, the rappers we saw on TV, Mr. Cheeks and all of them, right? It started in late 1998 with a robbery. A member of the Lost Boys camp was robbed, and word on the streets was that the Hellraisers, a crew based around 135th Street, was responsible. Now, in December 1998, an associate of the Lost Boys, not a member of the rap group, but someone in their orbit, decided to retaliate. So this nigga opened fire, allegedly, supposedly it's all out there now, but he opened fire on some Hellraisers. But here's where the tragedy of errors began. He killed the nigga named Michael Saunders, right? Police later determined that Saunders was a complete innocent bystander. He had nothing to do with the original robbery, but in the eyes of the Hellraisers, blood had been spilt by the LB fam. So mandatory get back, Now that leads us to the murder of Freaky Ty in March of 1999. So in the retaliation for Michael Saunders was fueled by his half brother, Kelvin Jones, a Hellraisers associate and shit. Jones wanted revenge, but he didn't care who he got. As long as they was from the LB family shit. So on March 28th, Jones waited outside the Sheraton Hotel in Queens, where the Lost Boys were attending a party. He didn't see the man who killed his brother. Instead, he saw Freaky Ty. Some might say the heart and soul of the Lost Boys. Jones mistakenly believed that Ty was the cousin of the man responsible for his brother's death. So he walked up and shot Ty in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Like in an instant, one of the most charismatic figures in hip hop, you know what I mean, is gone. Killed for, guilty by association that wasn't even accurate. Like, yeah, he was LB, but that nigga ain't do that shit. He ain't had nothing to do with that shit. But, you think tragedy would end there. But in the streets of Queens, as we're gonna see as I get deeper into this series, cycle only accelerated. Just 3 days after Freaky Ty was murdered, another man named Roderick Paget, yeah, I want to say that's how you pronounce it, Paget. He was gunned down in South Ozone Park, that's known Lost Boy territory. You know what I'm saying? As well. Paget was he was an associate of the Hellraisers, and his murder was an execution carried out by a friend of the Lost Boys known as Bussy. Bussy believed that Paget was directly involved with the hit on Freaky Ty, but once again, streets intelligence was wrong. Roderick Paget had no connection to the shooting at the Sheraton. So another life lost on a mistaken narrative. The law eventually caught up with everybody. Calvin Jones pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in 2001, was sentenced to 15 years to life. Raheem Fletcher, the getaway driver, he got for on the hit on Ty, he got 7 years for manslaughter. Bussy got 15 years for the retaliatory murder of Roderick Paget. The Lost Boys had, a multi-platinum album called, Legal Drug Money. The title was about the transition from the street to the industry, but this feud proved that even when you make it out the street, sometimes the street can reach out and pull your ass back in. And this is why I really do these profiles, man. Like, because it's really, while some niggas in the comments might think I'm just sitting here trying to glorify the era and shit, like, nigga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm just documenting the reality. Because as a person who used to watch some shit on YouTube, to watch some of these other channels on YouTube and seeing, a lot of shit they got wrong, or realizing that they just running off of the rumors. They're not gonna go through the paperwork and, do all that shit. Like, it's some niggas out here that do. But it's a lot of motherfuckers who just, doing the clickbait thing. You know what I'm saying? Freaky Ty, Michael Saunders, Roderick Paget, all lost to a series of mistaken and, he said, she said street politics. So this is what I be trying to explain to y'all, man. Like, the same way that he say, she say, got niggas killed like shit. The niggas who directly involved couldn't even get a straight story. How niggas gonna sit here and start pointing fingers at me and shit? Like, I'm just trying to dig. At least I ain't killing nobody over this shit. Some of y'all be in the comments like y'all want to pop somebody over this shit.
Niggas ready to murder or get killed.
It's just crazy, man. But I wanted to clear this up because the 1990 Sunrise shooting was, its own beast. And this 1998-99 war was another. You know, so hopefully y'all appreciate the transparency and the deep dive into the real history. Hit that like and subscribe button if you do, man. You know, show some love to the channel, man. Get in the comments. Did you know the connection between the Hellraisers and the LB fam? Because I ain't hear nobody say that, you know what I'm saying, when they was in the comments. You know, and that's the other thing too. Like, niggas love to tell you what you got wrong, but can't even provide the alternate information that's supposed to be right. But yeah, man, let's talk about it. And, you know, stay dangerous so you can be safe. Especially if your name might be dragged in some shit that you you know, you ain't really had nothing to do with. And that right there is our spill on the war between the Lost Boys and the Hellraisers. Death of Freaky Ty, rest in peace. You know. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. Shout out to Queens though.
Somehow, some way, all this shit gonna spin back to Diddy.
You thought all this shit gonna spin back to what?
To Diddy.
Ah. Everything Diddy fault.
Yeah.
Shit. Or somehow, some way, shit gonna spin back to Bad Boys.
Mm-hmm.
But
I understand a lot of motherfuckers really don't know who E Moneybags is and the impact he actually had on the rap game, because E Moneybags is the spark of Rockefeller artist H Moneybags because of the beef he had with Jay-Z. E Moneybags and his crew are responsible for Chris and Neef being named the Young Guns because of his beef with Jay-Z. That was Jay-Z's only way of getting him back.
well, nah, they
Niggas,
actually had that name already before. They were the Young Guns before they before that shit. Like, cause you know them niggas all the way in Philly, bro. Like the Young Guns, there was a whole fucking movie like called the Young Guns. So that's where that shit like really, you know, come from. Like, and that's really where, you know, probably where them Queen niggas got it from. Cause you gotta think. With
yeah, I know
them
that's where
niggas
they got
coming
it
up
from.
in the 80s, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that shit was just really shit. Because to be honest with you, shit, Young Jeezy had a fucking Young Guns Entertainment. And he couldn't use his shit because the Young Guns was out. So the Young Guns crew in Queens was before the rap group for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then like Jeezy, you know, just had his own shit down there, and like he probably had his Young Guns, you know, with the other group that he was trying to put out before, you know, the Christian Neef or whatever was like widely known. You know what I'm saying? But it just, you know, it shit played out how it did. But that shit, I mean, nigga, the Young Guns are in the mix with the Tupac situation. Like it was members of the Young Guns that was in the band when that nigga cursed Jimmy Henchman out like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You know, E Moneybags was not only that, but I mean shit, bro, he attacked to the whole Jay-Z and Nas shit.
Yeah.
When Nas
Yeah,
when Jay and Nas in the Dead President video, who you think he
yeah.
hollered at you? So it's like all of that shit is, you know,
I
thing. I
seen some
mean,
documentary where they had the shit. It was some shit about the Queen Supreme shit, and they talked about that shit. They was like, I know they specifically said that that's where H Moneybags got his name from, because his name was something else. Matter of fact, I need to holler at Jabari because I know his cousin. I know G the K little cousin.
oh, all right. Shout out G to K. Yeah, that nigga, like, you know, Bag, like his family come out the Cooper houses, like I mentioned in the you know, in the joint, and then he moved to Sumner. You know, nigga went to George Westinghouse with Biggie, Jay, and Buster. So like he a Brooklyn nigga that moved to, like, by the time he moved to Left Rack, he was already in the streets. He already had a name in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? He just went out there and just got real, you know, acclimated all through Queens. Because you got bags stretching into the Mobb Deep shit. You know what I'm saying? Into the 50 Cent shit, into the Tupac shit, into all this shit, bro. Like, this nigga really, you know. Look, there's footage, nigga, of Biggie and Jay sitting next to E Money Bag. And Biggie is like, y'all know about E? Yeah, niggas don't know about E? So, just to think at the time, Biggie is Biggie, nigga. Like, Jay is still kind of like on the come up in a sense. Like, he's just doing the reason without, but like, Biggie is a fucking star. But it's like, yeah, bro, like, you know, that nigga's attached to a lot of shit. You know what I mean? A lot of shit. And you know, and so that's why I did the piece or whatever. And, you know, everybody went crazy on that one clip. And the whole shit about it is, nigga, that's just 2 minutes of a whole half-hour piece and shit. And while everybody challenging, you know, the authenticity, because a lot of this shit is centered around the Preem smoke and the beef with Jay and the H Money Bag shit. And I know I was on point with all of that because if you know about E Money Bag, especially when he was rapping and shit, then you know about the nigga Johnny Handsome. Shout out Johnny Handsome. Johnny Handsome was on a lot of them records where he was going at Jay-Z. Because he's from Brooklyn, I think. Yeah, I think Johnny from Brooklyn. So he got in the comments on the joint and said, you know what I'm saying, like, I had one of the most accurate joints on YouTube.
Who the Johnny nigga?
Yeah. And I'm saying he was actually riding with the nigga at the time of that Jay-Z beef and shit. And you got to think, at the time that he going like at Jay on these records and shit and, you know, trying to establish himself as a rapper, he's actively into it with Supreme. So, you know, this is somebody that definitely would have been, you know, around, you know, during the shit. But as I said, man, y'all let us know what y'all think, you know, in the comments. We're gonna take another commercial break and we're gonna really show y'all how all roads lead to Bad Boy still. Or somehow Diddy gonna get blamed for this shit. But yeah. Just finished talking about that freaky tie, some Southside business, E Money Bags and all that, you know. Mafia Material MOBCAST, episode 78. We'll be right back after this.
Daylight. Mobbing on Earth, boy. MOE for life. Hey, this the part where I separate the king from the pawns. Chestnut checkers, nigga. Let's do it. We rolling. Look, I ain't trying to be friendly with niggas in the league bit, cause I seen friends do some shit to friends in the street shit. Around here, cocaine only thing getting ether. It's a cold world, but I'll draw heat before I delete it. The plot thickens like fake rollies, the block ticking. Coach, my youngins only shoot for the bucks, I'm Doc Rivers. You know the drill, 2-man squad in a hot Civic, just us. Ride around with a judge full of cop killers in the cut like bastration. I'm clutching like Pappy Mason, assaults and circumstances, all of them aggravated. I smoke when I'm agitated, so I ain't been spazzing lately. Got that 9 with that Eminem feature, who acting shady? It's hurtful when the people you love don't truly fuck with you, nobody. But what's up with that bud? No really hug with you. I'm with all the smoke, they finna cough up a lung or two. I'm in these streets comfortably, I done made it uncomfortable. Rap game on Pornhub, what the fuck is it coming to? Rappers weird as all them Diddy party they been running to. Brick wall, I ain't the problem you wanna run into. You gon' be a different kind of grounded when I punish you. You don't want your whole stomping ground swept from under you. Leave that little ride home and bring a bigger gun with you. Hard heart wouldn't spare you bitches if I wanted to. Some niggas only learn under the heat like it's summer school. Told them first time, don't make me say this shit again. If you listening before you try me, pussy, play this shit again. My weapon refused to grow up, gotta raise this shit again. I'm the motherfucking piper, time to pay this shit again. I'm outside, I ain't never high, sucker, bring it on. This is chess, not checkers, separate the king from pawn. Short stopping niggas action cause we never got along. The groupie been getting fat while I starve and not for long. Long, nigga.
Yeah. Rappers, weird as all them Diddy parties they've been running to. What's good, y'all? Shit, Mafia Material MOBCAST, episode 78. Your boy Daylight, my bro host World Pest in here. Hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that notification bell if you're really mobbing with the content. We got to talk about, was SHYNE special? The Art of the Lies, Brandy's image, you know, and the battle of, you know, the 90s and shit, man. And love triangles. And Ray J's zesty ass threats. Weird ass boy.
It ain't his first time making them kind of threats.
Damn sure ain't. Damn sure ain't. So today, we examine the most sacred commodity in entertainment. You know, no, not money, not power. Image, nigga. The carefully curated costume that celebrities wear to keep us commoners from seeing the absolute chaos that, you know, is their actual life. Yeah, fuck the highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get into SHYNE and was on It Is What It Is. You know what I'm saying? Like this week, a 25-year-old cold case was reopened. The case of who was actually dating Brandy when Bill Clinton was president. The two bad boy heavyweights, well, I say SHYNE's a light heavyweight compared to Mace on the bad boy, you know, thing. The case or whatever. I feel like the case was bigger than his album.
The case was the biggest thing in his career.
For real. You know.
Yeah,
But yeah, man.
that time they was like Shaq and Kobe. Mace was Shaq. This nigga was Kobe just coming in.
And on this one, we're gonna say all puns intended. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we talk about Mace and SHYNE. You know, they took a trip down memory lane, you know, on the It Is What It Is podcast. And things got messy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play a clip for y'all real quick from this shit. Hold up. Let me bring this up here. Shit.
You know what happened? We going.
You was dating Brandy at one time, or y'all was just, how'd it go?
I was special, you know. He came in and wanted to be special, so I had to let him be special.
I mean, no lies told.
Yeah,
he was Shaq. Okay,
he was the champion. He was the MVP.
Right.
I was Kobe, no pun intended, because they said Kobe was a
See,
special.
look, let me say this. The thing where she fucks up at her is because if she was dating Mace, and Mace is confirming that this nigga was a side nigga. The confirmation is there already.
Nah, for real. Yeah, because I mean, shit.
Like Sean said,
he kind of gave the go ahead. Like, yeah, like you go and do that. So meaning Mace, yeah, Mace and Shine might have been special, but Brandy don't seem also special.
nigga, she was dating Juan Ye from Boys to Men. That nigga broke up with her to go be with Adina Howard.
Yeah. He wanted a freak in the morning, freak in the evening, not just a freak when the doors is closed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, she ain't lying. One of her, I don't know if it's one of her ex-husbands. I know her ex-husband. That nigga said he had to divorce her because she was too freaky. Nigga said she wanted to fuck too much.
Shit. Hey, Adina Howard should have hollered at Ghostface. Said, I'm high power, put Adina Howard to sleep.
Yo,
that bitch been on my mind all week.
hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, because she stayed out here in Charlotte. She stayed on Merton Road. She stayed next door to my ex. I wanted to ask her that shit so bad, bro. That one time I seen her. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to ask her that shit so bad.
I'd damn sure I probably would have been in violation. I would have damn sure.
That's why I ain't want to ask her, because I ain't want to violate. I ain't never seen her before. That was the first time you even see her, so.
Nah, let's see what
Shit, I ain't seen. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What'd you say?
I was gonna say I ain't seen her but 2 times, so like.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I done had like incidents where like, yo, I seen something and I was gonna say something and I didn't say it because like the same shit. And then I just realized like, man, chances are, whether it go good or bad, I'll probably never end up seeing the motherfucker again, right? So it's like I might as well go with my move, nigga.
Yeah.
See what happened. I might be shot. But the way I had it in Dina Howard store. Shit.
No pun intended,
right.
But I was coming out of high school on the championship team, and he was the superstar of the team.
Right.
But I definitely did want to be special. I definitely, but I had no idea. So what happened is we had a mutual friend who was a snitch.
Okay.
So I think he know who it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna expose him.
Right.
But so I was so excited because this is my dream person.
Right. Talk about Brandy.
Brandy. I'm a poor kid, Brooklyn, watching MTV, watching Moesha, watching her on BET. And, as a dream, I'm like, man, if she was to know Shine, I got that.
Right.
So when I came up, she was in the crosshairs. Like, I was sniping.
Right.
And yeah, I had no idea though, because he was special.
Right.
So he was running that playbook so discreetly, so quietly. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Yeah, so he was an ultra sniper. But I was so excited.
Right.
So I kept telling one of our mutual friends, and he was snitching me out. And then so Brandy was like, "Yo, who you told you here?
Right.
How so and so know that you here with me right now?" And I'm like, "Oh man."
Right.
So yeah.
That's what's up.
That's
you
what
elaborate.
That's my story.
So look. Now, here's the crazy shit. Shine didn't even say nothing wild, like crazy and like disrespectful. Like he basically said, like, nigga, like, yo, you was a crush for that nigga. Now,
Man, we all know she lied to protect her image before, man. Believe in shit, Brandy.
yeah, we're gonna get into that because I got the receipts. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like we gonna unpack this shit. Now, we now the crazy shit is in response to that, we got your boy Ray J has some shit to say.
Let's talk about it. So basically, the fact that when they were sitting and having a conversation about Shine dating Brandy and Mace dating Brandy,
I'm coming out the closet. It's 3 niggas that look real attractive to me right now. Cameron, Mace, and SHYNE. I think that this
flag on a motherfucking play, because this is where it got bad.
That's
This
a
is where
technical
it got
foul.
bad. What the, bro? That ain't a technical foul. That is flagrant. That shit is flagrant as fuck.
That nigga's out of bounds.
That is
intentional grounding. That nigga he broke every rule in the book.
That nigga is beyond above the rim. This nigga out here looking for a rim shot.
I don't know. It's something about that west side, that West Coast weather, man. Niggas get over there,
but
start getting crazy.
See,
Tupac over there hanging his nutsack.
See that nigga? See that nigga Ray J though. He's from over there. I forgot what part of LA. Like, but he's not even. I don't even think he's from like LA. Like that nigga.
Nah, he from
LA County or some shit.
He from some shit start with a C. I forgot where he
I know. Well, no, I know his people supposed to be from Centerview, Peru. Like it's like whatever family members he got out there, whatever. That's where they supposed to be from.
His grandmother used to live out there. That's how he got part of that. I forgot what
But now I'm saying, like, before they blew up, like, that's where, like, they from. Like, they from out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, all
that's the actual, that's the actual, like, area name?
Well, that's, like, the name of the hood. So I'm guessing either the park or whatever. Like, because if it's called Centerview, Peru, then it's probably
like
somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably a park or a school or something, whatever, with that name.
Yeah, cause I forgot what he was. I think it was on Clubhouse or some shit. And he was telling the story about how he used to be at his grandma's house and he'll sneak out to go be with the homies and shit.
Yeah, be with the homies and shit. And then
that's
like
what he
that
said
was
was
how
part
they
of it.
totally started him being on Moesha, Dorian, the little stray bastard kid that was disguised as the cousin. You know what I'm saying? It might be your real life. They might be playing in your face, nigga. But anyway, you trying to play the odds right now, whatever, with this shit you talking. I'm gonna let you finish or whatever, so we can finish like cutting up on your dumb ass.
This bottle need to be shoved up in the ass. Like, I love a nigga in pink. I love a nigga in pink.
You said I love a dude in pink, and I can't even imagine Cameron's reaction to that. Is he trolling or is he for real?
Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh shit.
A city of
blood clot.
Oh, serious.
I'm coming out the closet. It's 3 niggas that look real.
Bite through my D-boy head. That was your perfect timing.
We definitely need Buju for
timing. Well, that shit bogus as hell and shit like that. But hey, man, you know, but you know, like shit, man, for real, as crazy as that is, we not here to really talk about Ray J confusing, incredibly aggressive, and frankly, you know, very zesty threat offer. You know what I'm saying? Like we cover, you know, like that's pretty much covered. Like he said it all. Today we focus on the fallout. Like we're talking about the denial, the rebuttal, and the historical precedent. You know, that is the story about the art of a fucking lie. Now the accusations in the shade is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like let's recap. Like Mace said, you know, he was special to Brandy first. Then SHYNE wanted to be special too. SHYNE had confirmed posting a photo, you know what I'm saying, and bragging, saying that he didn't hit it first. Taking a spin off of Ray J's thing. Now, men lying about vintage relationships is as old as vinyl records, right? Like who cares? Well, SHYNE cares a lot. Because when Brandy got wind of this, she sent out a publicist signal and posted a denial. She said, no, we were just platonic friends. Yeah, all right. Now, this didn't sit well with SHYNE. The man is currently, well, he was at one point the leader of the opposition party in Belize. I think he's still planning to run again. So, he can't have, the vocal Bible or whatever and shit telling everybody, he was in the friend zone. So SHYNE fired back. He told TMZ in so many words that, Brandy is lying. Said she lying to protect her image. And, and that, my friends, is the moment, this went from 90s gossip to where I get to do my mafia material due diligence. Now Brandy denies it, SHYNE insists. But when someone says that they're lying to protect their image, well, we ask the very follow-up question. Is that something this person has a history of doing? Feel like Macaulay Culkin out here. Well, would you look at that? You know what I'm saying? Let's turn back the clock or whatever and shit, man, to 2014. The queen of truth herself, Oprah Winfrey. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let y'all see what we dealing with.
I think the last time you were on the Oprah show, you told me a little fib, did you not?
It wasn't a little fib.
It was a big fib.
It was a big fib.
It was a big fib.
Brandy is now all grown up, 23. As you can see, she is grown, and we recently learned that she got married and she's married now. Yes. And is expecting a baby girl this summer. I know. You have a shot of this, it's just the tiniest little belly showing.
Yeah.
But it's actually, what, 6 months?
6 months.
Yeah.
I asked you if you were married at the time, and you said you were.
I said that I was
And
married.
why did you say that?
Because, at that time, being pregnant out of wedlock was not a trend. It was not something that people praised, It was...
Flag on the play. It's with the 90s. The fuck are you talking about?
Everybody was born out of wedlock. Bitch, fuck is you talking about? Technically,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It was a sin. And
a sin?
I felt like I could not be honest about that. I felt the pressure of
being a little Miss Perfect.
I felt the pressure of, again, having to be perfect. And I was scared. I thought that everything that I had worked hard for and everything that I worked to build, the image that I worked so hard to build, was threatened. And I felt like having a child out of wedlock
would ruin that.
Ruin
Would ruin that.
my career, everything that I had built.
Yeah.
And I'm really sorry for that, because you just don't lie to Oprah. Okay.
And I believed you. I believed you because I just believed you. I believed what you were saying.
this coming from a bitch that dumped her boyfriend to go to the prom with Kobe Bryant. Y'all think she ain't gonna lie again? The fuck out of here.
Man, yeah, this shit is like, man. So this shit like, I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm convinced, man. Something really wrong with these hoes.
I thought Little Kim was hot until she started fucking with her nose.
Just tell you, like, I think so, because I said that in the comments or whatever, like when I seen the first post about this shit, And I'm like, I think the last time you was on Oprah, you told a little fib. And then she said, "Oh, it wasn't a little fib. It was a big. Oh, it was big eye. It was a big, big fib, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, I mean, damn, the fib was so big it could be Exhibit A, B, and C.
Shit, the fit was bigger than the old Fat Joe.
The fib was a 3-story, multi-year strategic fashion, reality TV show, damn near.
Man, that bitch was fucking Fredro. Well, he said he ain't fuck. He said she topped him off. Shout out to Bamboo, aka Fredro Star.
Cute. Because
He said
at
that
that
mouth go
time,
crazy. That
yeah,
nigga said
like
that mouth go stupid. Waterfall mouth.
what she talking about being pregnant at that time was a sin. A sin. People, we can't have sins when the stock price is at $15. Fucking gas price damn near 15.
She talking
Oh
about us a
shit.
sin. She talking about us a sin and she do R&B music.
Yeah, but see, in 2002, to protect her image and her career, Brandy and her entire team constructed a fake marriage, a fake reality show storyline, and maintained that lie for 2 years because the fear of being imperfect was greater than the fear of not just lying to Oprah, because you didn't just lie to Oprah, you lied to the entire world, Craig.
She saying she perfect. That bitch was ugly. The fuck is she talking about?
For real, for real. You was like you was junior varsity Cassie.
Man, that bitch face look like a
Like
spoon.
low key, you was somebody like, okay, let's just say Mace could have been the Diddy in this situation. Mace was fucking Cassie, and every now and again he let another nigga fuck Cassie.
Yeah.
Like I just said, you junior varsity Cassie. And now in 2026, because you was lying to protect your image, and now in 2026, SHYNE said that she's doing it again. I thought you was Brandy, not Britney Spears. How you gonna have a oops, I did it again moment? Look at
See,
her track record.
if I was Sean, I'll expose the friend that snitched.
It's probably Gene Deal punk ass. That's probably why he mad. He probably like
Could have been. Could have been.
he probably got beat up for snitching.
That's
I
probably
guess
how it
that
went down.
day, the PO didn't stand for parole officer. It stood for pussy observer.
That nigga out here scoping, spying on the pussy.
But with
Inspector Gadget.
Brandy, man, just look at her track record, man. She don't got an image to protect. She got an image to fabricate.
That
Your
bitch is a
mama
whole
was up
killer.
there. I remember your first Oprah joint, and your mama was up there talking about how you ain't finna be like these fast girls and all that shit or whatever. You's a fucking Ferrari.
That bitch a Lamborghini.
See, that's the real tragedy. If SHYNE is telling the truth and he has no reason not to, for real, and basically confirm that SHYNE was deciding it.
See, we should use Clarissa Shields as an example. Because you see how they said the shit about her?
Mm-hmm.
She said it wasn't true. She went and got her lawyer, put out a cease and desist, sent out lawsuits. She ain't make no public announcement, oh, he's lying. She said he's lying and then took further action on that for trying to taint her image, so she said. Brandy ain't do all that.
Nope.
So
And
lets me know that she's lying. The only liar in this instance is her. The only liar in this situation.
yeah, and I'm just saying, like, SHYNE had no reason to lie, because I mean, who wants to really admit that they got Mace's hand-me-downs?
Nigga, I ain't believing nobody that killed somebody and then blame it on the Range Rover.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Yeah, nigga, that bitch got a whole body. Killed the nigga. Killed. I think
Brandy?
she killed. Yeah, killed a motherfucker with her Range Rover.
Oh shit! I see. I don't even be paying attention to this bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
shit.
accident murderer.
But
And I ain't never heard of you.
hey, oh, wait. Yeah, I want to be down. Yeah. Brian Angelo fuck with you though.
Niggas using her music to come out and get knocked out too.
Hey, you want to know something? Only right, because he a lying ass nigga too. But
That nigga Chibu need to
well,
start coming out to her music. Yeah, every time Chibu whoop somebody ass, he need to come out to the person walkout music. That is next fight.
word. But you know, the other shit, man, if SHYNE is telling the truth, that means, like, you know, then like Brandy's still caught in some perfection trap. She's still playing damage control for a narrative that nobody outside of Reddit gives a goddamn about. The only
Nobody care.
difference, the only difference in 1999, the damage was a child out of wedlock. In 2026, the damage is admitting that she might have been attracted to a very cool Belizean rapper, which what the fuck, man? Which, you know, one is actually like, you know, which one is the bigger threat?
See, also, why I don't believe Sean is lying, because if you listen to how he say they stopped fucking with each other, she called him and violated. Asked
You
nigga
said
who
she
he
got a what?
was. She called the nigga and violated the nigga. So he said, you know what I mean? So nigga ain't gonna tell. If nigga gonna tell the story, he gonna lie. He gonna make it glorious all the way throughout. He ain't gonna make it seem like you played the nigga and violated him all kind of ways at the end.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, and like the nigga ain't even violate when he told the story. Like, if anybody violated or whatever and shit, it would be me, because he just said I let him be special too. So it's basically like it ain't no fun if the homie can't have none and just, you know, pass her around. But SHYNE looking at it like, he didn't even know that he was stepping on Mace's toes or stepping in that territory and shit until it was too late, until he got snitched on.
Cause see,
So
a
while
lot of
we
people, well, Brandy probably ain't know Mace had a girlfriend from back home, back in Harlem, that he was fucking with. That's why he was quiet about her.
yeah, so it's like,
So R&B Queen was the side bitch.
hey, look, the bad boy was yours. Shit. So, you know, while we
Yeah.
took, like, so, you know, what's the verdict, y'all? You know, is Brandy still lying to protect her image? SHYNE says hell to the yeah. Brandy was in there and shit, like SHYNE and Mace made her take that.
See, it's too much confirmation on their side, man.
And based on history and evidence, you know what I'm saying, like of the prior, you know, of prior shit, you know, the art is strong. But let's be real. In the late 90s, man, Bad Boy Camp, and we should all be thankful that, you know, nobody got Nobody got kicked down the hallway over this. Nobody slipped over no baby oil over this.
Ain't nobody mysteriously catch pneumonia or car get blown up.
Yeah, for real.
So
Yeah.
obviously,
If you was fucking with, if Mace with Diddy and she would did that shit with Shine, ooh,
shit. But see, in that same
you
interview, he
wouldn't have
said
had to. Hey, she wouldn't have wanted to be down. She would have been down for the count.
he
Did he knock the shit out of that bitch?
take the square in her ass.
But yeah, man, the only thing, the only thing that really got buried here, nobody died. The only thing that got buried here was the fucking truth, man. And it's all Brandy's fault. It's all Brandy's fault, man. Cause this shit don't make no damn sense. But let us know in the comments, man. Who do y'all think is lying? Mace, Shine, or Brandy? And please don't repeat what Ray J said. Please, we don't need to hear that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, Ray J, that ain't the first time that you did that shit. You know what I'm saying? You did that dumb shit with the Mayweather party when you was out there tweaking and shit. Yeah,
Lying is in their blood, man. Lying is in their blood. That's why 50 don't fuck with Ray J. Because he
You
lied
know
at the
what, Ray
Floyd
J?
Mayweather. He lied at the Floyd Mayweather shit on Fab, and that's how that whole shit with him and Fab started.
You know what, Ray J?
You's a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass. You's a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass. You's a bitch ass nigga. Yeah.
Well, you been one. Ever since Moesha and shit like that or whatever, like nobody like that. I remember being a little kid watching Moesha. My grandmama even thought you was a bitch ass nigga. That's crazy. You understand? And then she used to say you ain't nothing but an old F-bomb. It's almost like she could see the future. Oh, and Brandy, you ain't off the hook.
Guess what? You're a bitch.
Everybody's bitch. Apparently. It seems like when Shine made the song, who wanna fuck with us? You raise your hand, me.
Raised both hands, one for him and Mace.
She loving the crew.
Crowd pleaser.
Oh man. You put the PD for P Diddy backwards and shit and got DP.
God damn.
Oh man. Damn.
Double penetrate.
Yeah, like Ray J, man. You got to stop trying to be out here trying to crash out for your sister, man. She's a slore and a liar. But yeah, man. I'll tell you one thing or whatever, Ray J, the way you out here acting or whatever and shit, you might be taking more pipe than this bitch at a bad boy picnic.
Word, dude. Booty goon. That's what he is. He worse than that. What's that booty warrior nigga name?
Oh shit. Damn.
Fleece Johnson.
Yeah.
That's that nigga. That's Ray J. Fleece Johnson. Fleece J.
But
That's
see,
what I'm gonna start calling that
the
nigga.
thing about
Fleece
it
J.
is, you see, the problem with Ray J is this, man. If Ray J tried to do some some shit like that, nigga, they gonna beat Ray J ass, man. Ain't nobody scared of no
Whoop
damn
the shit
Ray
out of Ray J.
J. Ray J might get his ass whooped or whatever and say he gonna mess around and say that shit to the wrong nigga one day. Trying to tell you. But yeah, dog. That's our spill, man. Was Shine special? I say he was very special. Yeah, the art of the lie, man. Brandy out here trying to protect her image. And Ray J out here making zesty ass threats. Mafia Material MOBCAST, episode 78. And gonna be our show for the night, man. Another Mafia Monday down. We address the comments. Shout out to everybody in the comments, even the haters. You know, I don't even know what to call y'all haters. I don't, you know, y'all niggas are just, I don't know what y'all are. We got to come up with some lingo for these niggas. Something that's not all the way like disrespectful and shit like that, because at the end of the day, these niggas still supporting, but something enough to at least regulate where they stand in the pecking order. You know what? Might have to tap in with Capadonna or whatever, let him know I'm going to borrow the word cherry heads. Nigga, stupid. You got a fucking head full of juice. Yeah, man. That's our show for the day. You know what I mean? Mafia Material MOBCAST, episode 78. Your boy Daylight, my bro holds World Pest. Hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that notification bell if you're really mobbing with the content. And as always, stay dangerous so you can be safe. Especially if you feel like you want to challenge my research and, you know, challenge my integrity and shit like that. Because when I pull them receipts on you, you or your pride,
You motherfuckers is dead, nigga.
It's your boy Daylight, man. Mafia Material MOBCAST. My bro host World Pest. We out of here.